The Adventures of Tom Sawyer by Mark Twain. Longman Simplified. English series. Read by Duanghan Taipomar. Chapter 29. Huck can't bear those ways. The boy, 5 course grade, examined the poor little village of St. Petersburg. Every 100 house in St. Petersburg and the neighboring village was dug up in the hidden treasures, and not by boys, but by men. Some of them were serious, sensible men, too. Wherever Tom and Huck appeared, they were admit and stare at. They were unable to remember that their remarks had possessed weight before, but now their saying were treacherous and repeated. Even the village paper published accounts of their lives. The window Douglas invested Huck's money at 6%, and George Thatcher did the same with Tom's at Aunt Polly's request. Each boy had an income now that was simply gigantic. $1 for every weekday in the years and half of the Sundays, for $1.25 a week in those simply days. A boy could be fed, locked and sent to school, and clothed and washed too. George Thatcher had formed a high opinion of Tom, and said that he hoped to see him a great lawyer or great soldier someday. He said that he meant to arrange that Tom should be admitted to the Military College, and afterwards to the best law school in the country, the order that might be ready for either profession or both. Huck Finn's bed and the fact that he was under the window Douglas' protection introduced him, dragged him into society, and his sufferings were more than he could bear. He bravely bore his miseries for 3 weeks, and then was missing. The window was full of anxiety, and searched for him everywhere. The public also searched high and low, and even drank the river for his body. Early Thursday morning, Tom Weasley went hanging about among some old empty barrels behind a runnage, and in one of them he found the deserter. Huck had slept there. He had just breakfast upon some swollen odds and ends, and was stretched out in comfort, smoking his pipe. He was uncomfortable and dressed in the same old rags which he wore in the days when he was free and happy. Tom pulled him out, told him of the trouble he had been causing, urged him to home. Huck's face lost its countenance. "Don't talk about it, Tom," he said. "I've tried, and it doesn't work. I'm not used to it. The window's good to me and friendly, but I can't bear those ways. We must me get up at the same time. Every morning she makes me wash, and the servants come me the pieces. She wants me let sleep in the wood. I'm forced to wear those horrible clothes. They won't let any air get through somehow, and while I'm wearing them, I can't sit down or lie down or roll about anywhere. I have to go to church and wear shoes on Sunday. The window gets up by a bell. She eats by a bell. She goes to bed by a bell. Everything's so horribly ridiculous that I can't bear it." "Well, everybody lies like that, Huck," Tom, I'm not everybody, and I can't bear it. It's awful to be tied up so, and food comes so easily. I don't take any interest in it that way. I have to ask to go fishing. I have to ask to go swimming. I have to ask if I want to do anything at all. They made me talk so nicely and correctly that I had to go in the bushes and curse for a time to take the rotten taste out of my mouth. Or I have died, Tom. The window wouldn't let me smoke. She wouldn't let me shout. She wouldn't let me yawn or stretch or search in front of people. Besides, the school will be open soon, and she wants me to go through it. I couldn't fake that, Tom. Look here, Tom began. Tom, being rich isn't what people pretend it is. It's only worry and sweat and wishing all the time you were dead. Now this clothes suits me, and this barrel suits me, and I'm not going to leave them anymore. And that money has curse of all this terrible am in. Now take my share of it. Give me a few cents now and again, not often, for I don't care much for a things unless it's very hard to get and beg in window to let me go. Oh, Huck, you know I can't do that. It isn't fair, and besides, if you try this kind of life just a little longer, you'll begin to talk it. Right, yes, you're saying that I like a horse swoop it, I said on the long enough. No, Tom, I won't be rich, and I won't be shut up in those horrible houses. I like the woods, and the river and barrels, and I'll stick to them too. Hang it, just as we've got guns and a cave and are all ready to rob. The window's foolishness spoil it all. Tom saw his opportunity. Look here, Huck, being rich isn't going to prevent me from being a top robber. No, oh, do you really mean that, Tom? It's as true as I'm sitting here, but Huck, we can't let you join in the gang if you're not respectable, you know. Huck's face cloud. You can't let me join, Tom. Why? Didn't you let me be a pirate? Yes, but that's a different. A robber is more high class than a pirate. As a rule, in most countries, they're of very high rank, lords and people like that. Now, Tom, haven't you always been friendly to me? You wouldn't keep me out, would you, Tom? You wouldn't do that now, would you, Tom? Huck, I wouldn't want to, and I don't want to, but what would people say? Why, they'll say, Tom Sawyer's gang. There are some very low class follow in it. There's men you, Huck. You wouldn't like that, and I wouldn't. Huck was silent while a stranger was going on his mind. Finally he said, well, I'll go back to the window for a month and see if I can bear it. If you will let me join in the gang, Tom. All right, Huck, I agree. Come along, old fellow, and I'll at the window not to be so hard on you. Will you, Tom? Now will you? That's the good of you. If she'll leave out some of the handiest things, I'll manage to live there or budge. When are you going to start the gang? Oh, at once. We'll get the boys together and have the swearing in tonight. What's that? It's too old to stand by one's order and never tell the gang secrets, even if you cut up in a little bit. That's grand, Tom. That's a really grand. It isn't and all that swearing must be done at midnight in the loneliest, afterwards place to can't find 100 houses in the base, but they are all dug up now. Real midnight goes away anyway, Tom. Yes, so it is, and used to swear on coffins and sign in with blood. Now that's a glorious. Why is a million times better than being a pirate? I will stick to the window till I die, Tom. And if I became a first-class robber and everybody's talking about me, just be proud that she dragged me in out of the rain.